Hi, I forgot to film an intro, so here I am giving you an intro. I'm gonna do my makeup, and I changed my mind so many times in this video, and I chat about a load of rubbish that makes no sense. So stay tuned because you've got a lot in store.
So this is a turn of events. Also, can we just excuse, so in the back here, I've got some jumpers that are Christmas jumpers that need to go in this suitcase, and then all this stuff I need to chuck on Depop. So I actually haven't sorted that out, which is great because that's just a representation of how my life is going at the moment. So I've already moisturised, and I used, not that one, I used this one. Body Shop Vitamin E for dry skin, because I've convinced myself that I've got dry skin, which I don't know, but I think my auntie and my uncle got this Body Shop thing for Christmas, and it came with a little sample of the vitamin E cream, and honestly I put that on my skin and I was like, I just have to buy it now. So I bought the day cream and the night cream, and I'm feeling really chaotic. I feel really like for some reason, I don't know, I think it's just because I haven't done this in a while, just filming and talking to myself, and I just haven't done it in such a long time, and now is the perfect time to do it. I realise how bad I look right now. Like, I'm so aware of how bad I look, and I just think we need to ignore it. Is this something we can get over? I hope so, because this is just how I look. Should I just do my hair? It's clean though, which is a plus. I'm gonna chuck it up in a ponytail. I can't, it won't go in one. It's too knotty and I don't want to brush it. That's better. Is it? It's not though, but it is. Let's start. So my plan is, I don't really have one, but the plan is to make a heart on my eye, like a cut crease sort of thing, but it's a heart. Does that make sense? I don't know, but we're gonna give it a go. Right, I'm gonna quickly just like chuck some concealer on my eyes, and then we'll go from there really. So this is a bit boring. Look at the state of my eyebrows. I really need to pluck them, but Johnny's like just taken my tweezers and moved them, and I don't know where they are. They're probably somewhere where like they are really evident, and I should know where they are because they're probably in plain sight, but I really can't be bothered to look for them, so I'm not going to. And that's that really. And if you've got a problem with that, I don't know what to do. Ignore me. 99 of your problems could probably solve with concealer, I think. I'm also going to be like half making TikToks while I do this as well, because I really like TikTok now. And I thought, like, originally I was using it ironically, but now it's not ironic and I'm obsessed with TikTok and I just can't be stopped. That looks so beautiful. And now I'm going to take this powder. It's the is it Maybelline? Rimmel Stay Matte Powder in transparent, just to set these eyelids, because I am honestly so creasy when it comes to eyelids. So if I set it now, then I won't have a problem later on. And I know that you should really, if you're working with like brighter colours, use a stickier base and then have something for it to stick onto. But honestly, if I do that, my eyeshadow just looks really bad. I'm going to take this really dirty brush. Honestly, when I say I haven't cleaned my brushes in the longest time. And now we're going to take this palette, and I'm just going to say it's a Morphe palette, and we're not going to talk about who it's affiliated with, because I don't want to be associated with that. Yeah, I'm going to go in with the shade, okay, and then like just blend that. And this is just transition, just to transition the eyes to get ready for the extravaganza that I'm letting them into. should I have thought this out before I did it? Maybe. Who's watched the US Office? Most people? Yeah, probably, because I'm so late to the party. And now I'm on season 7, nearly finished season 7, and I'm obsessed. Honestly, the episodes are so easy to watch. I'm so invested in their lives now. And there's just, I'm just so invested in all of it. And I'm so obsessed with all of it. And I just can't begin to fathom the fact that it's going to be over in like 2 seasons, because it finishes in season 9, doesn't it? And I'm not ready for that. I want it to continue forever. And I just don't think it's very fair. However, you know, I'll start watching other things, maybe. Like what? Give me some recommendations. I did a look last year for Valentine's Day. Well, was it Valentine's Day? I think it sort of was. It was sort of Valentine's-y, and it was inspired by this insane... oh yeah, you know my Valentine's Day Get Ready With Me that I did last year? And that was when I was like so invested in YouTube and I was posting all the time because I had nothing else to do. It's going to be similar colours to that. Anyways, so I don't know whether... I don't really remember the last video that I posted. I think... Well, I'm not too sure what it was. However, yeah, have I done a lot since then? Oh yeah, so I started a teaching degree in September, and you know, I quit it because I feel like it's not the right time for me now to start doing that, and I feel like my heart's not in it, my head's not in it. I need to do better. And yeah, so I'm not doing that anymore at the moment. So now I'm trying to figure out what I should do with my life. And I don't know what that is right now. Which is fine, because the thing is, I feel like there's so much pressure on, you know, doing certain things and having your life together at a point where actually you're still really young. Like, I am still so young in the grand scheme of things. Like, I know that, like, I don't know, like 20, 30 years ago, people were getting married and having babies at my age. And that was norm, and that was the normality. But right now, obviously times have changed. I should not have to have my life together at 21. Like, that is just weird. I cannot imagine, like, knowing exactly what I wanted to do. Like, even when I signed up for a teaching degree, I didn't know what I wanted to do. I was like, I'm just going to give this a go, because why not? And I still didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. And I don't feel like there's anything wrong with that. Because you know what? You've given it a go. This is what I have to keep telling myself as well, to make sure that I haven't, you know, made the wrong choice. I've given it a go. It wasn't what I expected it to be. So there's really nothing wrong with that. And I think if you're in like a similar boat to me, say you've just started a university course and it's not what you want it to be, obviously at the moment everything is just going to appear way more shit than it is, because we're in a shit time and our country can't sort its life out because of the government. So I think if this isn't working for you right now, go back and do it another time. If you feel like this is something you want to do in the grand scheme of things, but right now you're not in a place where you can cope with it, don't do it right now. Do it at another point in your life. Your mental health is way more important than anything else, especially at the moment. And I think that's something that everyone struggles to admit. And it's definitely something that I struggle to admit. And it's also okay to ask for help, which I really don't do and haven't done. And I don't know whether I can talk and do this at the same time. Back to what I was saying, I do think that if you feel like you're at a point in your life right now where you're not sure what you want to do, Why don't you, or you're doing something that isn't making you happy and you don't think this is what you want to do in the long term, why are you doing it? Why are you doing something right now that's not making you happy? Like, is it going to benefit you in the long term? Maybe. But if it's making you unhappy right now, then what's the point? I don't know. Right, I'm going to try and make a heart here. What do hearts look like? I've forgotten. Will you be able to tell this is a heart by the end of this? I think that looks like a heart. Maybe. Does that just look stupid? I think it does. Anyways, so I'm going to take this off because I hate it. So, yeah, bye. Right, so we'll do pink still. But I think we'll do something a bit better than what we've done. Because I just think that heart idea was stupid for my hooded eyes. My eyes are so hooded, like there's just no way that was gonna work. That's sorted. I'm gonna go in with the same colours that I did before. I'm going to attempt to do this like line thing here. I'm gonna take this small brush again. Ignore that I just did that. That's disgusting. And then I'm gonna take Self-Made again. Sorry, my storage got full. I think this looks good. Can never be too sure. That's the line that I've gone for. So I'm going to now clean it up. That's what we've got. Then I think what I'll do is then fill in this with shimmer. I'm gonna try and concept this and I'll come back. Alright, this is what I've come up with. A double sort of wing thing. I think that looks cool. Yeah, that looks fine. It will just be getting it to match, which will be the issue. But I think that looks cool. Yeah, alright. That's what we're going with. I'm going to do it with this eye. So all I did was like line this top bit, then fill this in with concealer, then pack this glitter on top, and then use like a slanted brush. I used literally my eyebrow brush. This sort of, it's quite small and slanty, and I could get like a good precise wing out of it, and then just sort of like threw it out there. And then yeah, I think that looks pretty cool so far. So I'm going to do it on this eye and then I'll come back. Okay, so both eyes are done. Well, done as in like so far. And I think they look alright, you know, like I haven't wanted to rub it off yet, which is nice. So what I'm going to do is do the rest of my face. And I thought, you know, let's do it together. I'm going to prime wherever that is using Benefit Professional. There's like the tiniest amount in it and it looks like a weird little one trying to come out. I wonder if I can. There you go. There's like the tiniest amount left, so I'm just trying to use up these little bits of things. This is my goal, I think, right now, is that I've got so many like unused products that I'm trying to use, and this is one of them. Now I'm gonna move on to my base, but I'm gonna layer on loads of products. So underneath, I'm gonna use this because I don't like to use this on top of my foundation just because I find it separates it quite a bit. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Beauty Light Wand blusher in Peach Gasm. I literally like put on so much of this. This is the Fenty Beauty 110 foundation brush, just to pop that on my skin. Such a beautiful product, and I wish that I had good enough skin that I didn't have to wear foundation. I could be one of those like non-foundation girls, but my skin is just not good enough for that, so I just layer all these things underneath. It creates just a beautiful little glow underneath. I am now going to use this. My storage was full again, annoyingly. So yeah, I'm going to use the Dream Urban Cover foundation from Maybelline. I really like this one actually. I'm using the shade Pure Ivory. It says it's full coverage. I would say it's medium. Tell me if you watch The Office, tell me who your favourite Tell me who your favourite character is. Originally, so when I first started watching it, my favourite character was Angela. I think I deeply related to Angela. And yeah, but then I feel like almost as she started to like Dwight more, I started to like her less. Like, the more she cared about Dwight, the more I stopped liking her as much. I'm obsessed with Jim Halpert as well. I don't know what it is about skinny boys with big noses. He's a new crush of mine. And yeah, but you know who is underrated and is one of my favourite characters, who's just like grown throughout the seasons into such a nice, like, calming character? Daryl. Now Daryl is one of my favourite characters. I'm now going to go in with the Chanel Soleil Tan de Chanel. I think Daryl's immensely underrated as a character. And I love him. Let me know how you feel about Daryl. And I will blend that in. I'm not going to leave it like that. I like how I clearly had like so much to say at the beginning of this video, and as I've gone on, I just can't. I just find it so difficult to talk sometimes, and I'm not going to force it if it's not naturally coming. Oh, here's one thing we could talk about. UK and US Drag Race. Aren't we the luckiest people that we have got 2 seasons of Drag Race at once? Like, I feel so happy about that, and I feel blessed. Frankly, I feel blessed. So yeah, at the moment on the US one, I was coming up with a list of people that I like. I love Gottmik. I just love their fashion and I love their makeup. And then I really like Simone as well. And then on the English one, switching over, I really like Taste, because number one, they are beautiful. And I think their fashion is just so nice. So yeah, Taste is definitely one of my favourites, just because I really like them. I really like Tea or Coffee as well. Like, their personality I really enjoy, but I just hope that they end up like sorting out their fashion a bit more.
Little did I know.
But yeah, I really like Tea or Coffee. I do really like Ahura. In terms of like makeup and like just general drag, I really like the way that they look. I think their looks are always like polished and nice. But the only thing I think is that their personality can come across quite catty, which makes them quite difficult to like sometimes. But in that last episode, I think that they really opened up and made them more likeable, thankfully. I'm just going to bronze. So for bronzer, I'm going to use the Fenty Beauty Private Island bronzer. Because I have this much left, and obviously I'm trying to use up stuff, like I said. Wow, my hair's really doing a number on me there. And then I take a bit on the tip of my nose. I take a brush like this, like that, and just run some under my lip, and then down the sides of my nose to contour, and then on the bottom as well, and then I run it up into my eyebrow so it just looks a bit more cohesive. Does that make sense? I don't know. And then I will go back in with some powder, get some powder, and then just go down the edge of my nose, and then I put a bit down the center as well. See, now I have a small nose, not a massive honker like before. I'm going to move on to blush now, and then for blush I'm going to use a mix of 2. So I'm going to use a peachy one, which is, this one's from Beauty Bay. Yeah, just Beauty Bay powder blush, and it's their own brand, and this is called Peachy. And then I'll run a bit up on my temples. Not temples, what are these bits called? I don't know. And then I'm going to use a brush that's like this, like slanted, and it's quite compact as well. And then I'm going to use this by Makeup Revolution, and it's a blusher called Blusher Reloaded, and it's in the shade Pink Lady. And I'm going to take a bit on here, tap it off, and then concentrate it in the higher highlighty points of my face. And I do this quite a lot actually, because I really like the way it looks. Then I'm going to take some of the residual blush and just run that on the bridge of my nose like that, and then a little bit on the tip, so it looks just quite cute and blushy. I'm going to do my eyebrows now, and I'm going to take soap because I like to do soap brows. I just like how bushy and nice my eyebrows look with this. Like, I much prefer this look to like a clean eyebrow, like the old like Insta eyebrow trend. I love that bushy eyebrows are a thing because I've always had quite big eyebrows. See? Look at the difference in those. And now I'm just going to do mascara and lips, and I'll do that off camera and then I'll come back. I feel like I've had a change of heart about the lipstick, so I think I'm going to take it off. Or just a little bit, like take off a little bit of it. And do like a dark, I think. What's that? I wish I had like pink really, but...
So this is when my camera cut out and I just forgot to film again. So I changed my lip colour. I made a TikTok, so I'll just like insert the TikTok so you can see what it looked like. That's the end of the video. I hope you liked it. If you did, let me know. I haven't filmed a makeup video in so long. But yeah, I just felt like having a little chat with myself. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.
Closer to me, baby, I won't bite. You look so tasty, but I won't bite. Really, I'm such a good kitty, don't but up.